Alright guys, so my bag unboxing video, you got to see me open the pack with these OG2s in them. I've thrown them a little bit. I said in the video I was going to break them in by conditioning them, and I've decided to do it. I put the OG2s through the Sac Relax process that I found online. I'll let you know how it worked. We'll go through it here on the video. I'll show you, it's pretty simple, and I'll let you know what I think of the outcome.
All right, so like I said, I went with the Sac Relax. I bought a bottle online, pretty cheap. It was like 10 bucks. And we're gonna get these OG2s conditioned up and ready to play with. Like I said, I'd thrown them a little bit so they weren't completely stiff, but they needed a little more help. There's instructions on the bottle, but I decided to go with the instructions I found online. They were easy to read, made a little more sense. Found them on cornholeaddicts.com. The first thing it said to do is just dampen the bags up thoroughly. So threw them in the sink, got them nice and soaking wet on both sides. I didn't know how much was enough, so I'd rather have too much than not enough water on there. Wringing them out, you can't really wring them out like a towel, but more of just squeeze the water out of the corners. And then the instructions said to put a dime size portion of that Sac Relax on your hand. I don't know what a dime size exactly is. That was good enough for me. And then massage it into the bags thoroughly. So I massaged every corner of the bags. Tried to go, at least a minute on each one. Then it said let them sit in the sink or in a bowl for 15 minutes, just wet with the Sac Relax on them. Then move them to a bucket or bowl full of warm water for 30 minutes. I had to put a glass on them to sink them down in the water so they didn't float up. So I did that, pulled them out after 30 minutes. Then you just have to rinse all that conditioning treatment off of them. So that's what I did next with some warm water. Did a thorough rinse. You can see the instructions I threw on the screen there. Once they were rinsed, you can either leave them to air dry or throw them in a dryer. This part made me a little bit nervous, but I decided to throw them in the dryer for 60 minutes, low heat with some towels. So here we go. There's already some towels in there, so I just tossed them in. Turned this thing on low heat and crossed my fingers that I wouldn't come back to a bunch of beads in my dryer. And when you know it, they came out just right. No broken beads or no broken seams or anything. I got them out and threw them on the boards for a little bit. They definitely felt softer. I'll throw a before and after pic on the screen of them hanging on a little peg hook before break-in or before conditioning and after. But definitely softer, definitely felt better in my hand. The instructions said you can do it twice to stiffer bags. I might should have done it twice, but I think I'm just going to throw them to break them into the rest of the way. But I like the bags. I liked them out of the package, but I really like them now. I think it worked. So there we go. Sac Relax. Let me know in the comments if you've used any other methods or any other treatments.